Hi, my name is Christian Rumu. I work for Amnesty International as senior campaigner, and I'm based in the Nairobi office, which hosts the Eastern African office for the East and Southern Africa regional office of Amnesty International.
Can you please tell me what happened after these 100 days of slaughter? What happened regarding to justice and punishment and international interference?
What happened is that the world actually realized, how massive the magnitude of the genocide quite late. So despite the alerts that were sent by the UN mission on the ground, by organizations on the ground, the world seems to be quite distracted at the time and let the Rwandan at their own and the genocide happen. But then right after, there was quite a huge mobilization from the whole world actually to come together and ensure that justice and accountability was a reality after the genocide, after the 100 days of slaughters. So what happened was a system for justice that was set at 3 levels. So one was at the international level, the other one was at the national level, and the last one was at the community level. And why the 3 levels is because of the number of suspects to have committed genocide. So imagine within 100 days, hundreds of thousands of people were killed, most by people that they know. So the country finds itself from one day to another with close to 120,000 people who were detained and accused of participating in the killings. So the 3 levels were important to ensure that you have systems that can respond to that huge number of people who were suspected to have been involved in the killings. So at the international level, the UN established in 1994 the International Criminal Tribunal for Rwanda. And the idea for that, it had the mandate to prosecute persons who were the mastermind, if I can say so, the people who were at the higher level, who were really the mastermind of the genocide that happened in Rwanda. The National Court also took up quite a number of cases of individuals who were involved in the genocide. So you have like the mastermind, and then you have people below them. And then at the community level, there was the establishment of what the Rwandan called the Gacaca Court, which was basically a community-led court system. So basically, communities would elect judges to hear cases of people who were suspected or accused to have been involved in the killings. So this particular court at the local level was really taking cases of, someone who accused that, okay, my neighbor participated in the killing. So those are the cases that this particular community court was involved in. And by the time that it was closed, this particular court at the community level had heard or dealt with around 1.2 million cases across the country. And there were, I think, more than 10,000 of these such community courts that were established throughout the country. So what is happening now, the International Criminal Tribunal for Rwanda closed in 2015. As I mentioned, the Gacaca, the community court as well, closed in 2012. So what the UN has established is what they call the International Residual Mechanism Tribunal. So basically this court kind of continues to work on cases that the International Criminal Court for Rwanda was not able to do. And that is because not all suspects, not all the mastermind of the genocide in Rwanda were apprehended and trial through the ICTR. So the residual mechanism continues to work with the United Nations and with the countries across the world to look at the suspect who still remain at large and prosecute them. Actually, the person who was the financier of the genocide, he's called Félicien Kabuga. He was recently apprehended, if I remember correctly, he must be in France. But then the court has decided to not prosecute him because of his advanced age. So that's where we are at in terms of the justice and how the international community responded to ensure that justice and accountability was effective for Rwanda.